Hello, hello. Anybody who is already live with me, I'm just going to double check and see if everything's working. Let me just check here. So if you're already with me, hello and welcome. And let me just see if the stream is working. This is the first time I've done it this way. So let's take a look and see if we are indeed live. As I clutch my chest. Let's just see. Do a little checkaroo here. Preview. Let's see. I'm actually live. Yes, I am live, it looks like. I'm repeating myself. All right. So let me turn that off. Okay. So, oh, no, we're still doubled. All right. So I am streaming, hopefully. And if you are here already, hello, good morning. Feel free to say hi in the chat as we're a little bit early. And I am just going to test my screen share. Make sure that that's working. There we go. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. There we go. All right. 11:57. Hopefully I'll be able to see those of you who are joining me in just a few moments. All right. Okay. About 3 more minutes. Oh, I am double sharing. Let me fix that. Now I cannot hear. Okay, so I shouldn't be able to hear anything. All right, this is new. So when you watch this live, we'll try to edit out all of this, all these shenanigans that have been going on. If you're here already and you can hear and see me, just let me know. You can write a comment in the chat and just let me know. If you are here and you can see and hear me, that would be awesome. Let me see. I wonder if I could share this anywhere. Let me see if I can share this on Facebook. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, yep. It's sharing live on Facebook, it looks like. Okay. One more minute. Let's see where else I could share it. Let's just play with this. This is kind of fun. Maybe we can share it on LinkedIn. I'm not sure. Let's see. Give it a try. All right. I am going to go ahead and get started. And I am really hoping, since I'm using this technology for the first time today, that people are able to get into the room. Because I know this is an extremely popular topic. And I know there's a lot of people that wanted to join me today. We are talking today, by the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Melissa Boher Jacobson. I am a clinical hypnotherapist. You can see my slogan is I'm in business to change the world. And if you are able to, let me see, maybe there's some other technology. Oh, I think I see a heart there. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and vibrating. Okay. Looks like the chat is open. So if you're here and you're watching, and if you're not able to get in, I apologize, and I will make sure that I send the replay because I know we have a lot of people that signed up to attend this today. And let me just see. No, was making sure there wasn't a message from somebody asking me why they weren't able to get in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to keep this training to a half an hour, and it is a really, really important topic. And let me just tell you a little bit more about the part one of this training. If you missed the time management for distracted people part one, that was a really fantastic training as well. But don't worry, you can see that there's a replay there and you can take a screenshot. I see somebody's trying to get in here. Let's see. Trying to get into your time management class. Okay. Just bear with me one moment. I see there might be some issues with people trying to get in. So let me just share this link really quickly to the person that's trying to get in. We don't want them to miss out. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. Technology is sometimes our friend and sometimes our enemy. Let me see if I can help them. Just bear with me. It's not a Zoom. I'm just going to send them the link real quick. It's always fun when you try a new technology, isn't it? Yeah, it's always kind of a risk. Oh man. Be right back with you in just a moment if you're waiting. Please bear with me for a moment. Let me see. Let me just go back here. I see Marilla. Hey, Melissa, it is confusing. I didn't know I was in the live. Yes, Marilla, thank you for letting me know. You are in the right place. And I'm just going to quickly share the link to somebody that also needs it. Just figuring out how the best way to do that. So just give me 1 second. Hopefully you're not seeing all this stuff that I'm doing. Let me share that out to the person who needs it. And I'll be right back. But I'm glad, Morella, that you got here. I promise to make it worthwhile for you. So just bear with me. Trust me, I did test this before. Okay. All right. I have the link, so if anybody else messages me, I can get it to them. I'm going to go ahead and just go. And of course, I will. Morella says me to live extended invites to others. Jeanette is very interested. Okay, I'm going to share the link right here in the chat. So if you send this link to whoever is interested in attending, they should be able to watch it right from there. So Morella, go ahead and send that to Jeanette, and then she should be able to join us. All right. So that link is in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and go. That's enough. That's enough confusion for one day. Okay. So as I mentioned before, if for some reason you missed the last workshop, which was called Time Management for Distracted People Part 1, don't worry. There's a replay, and you can take a screenshot here of that URL, and you'll be able to access that replay. It's a really good one too. All right, so let's talk about something that a lot of people don't think about, that poor time management and distraction in particular is really costly. It costs individuals and businesses. Obviously, when people don't have good time management, they're not as productive as they should be. But in terms of the individuals, it costs individuals money. It costs us tremendous amount of stress. It can affect our physical and mental health, and it can cause burnout. And a lot of times we have sleep issues, and sleep is so very, very important. I could do a whole training, and I will, on the importance of sleep, not only for your health, but also for your productivity. It's a vicious cycle when you don't get enough sleep because you haven't managed your time well, and you're staying up really late to get your tasks done because you procrastinated them or you've wasted time. That can cause havoc on your health, your physical, mental, and emotional health. So you want to make sure that we manage this, because when you don't have good sleep, you can't manage your time. So you kind of see the vicious cycle aspect of this. Distraction breaks our concentration. It wastes time, and it obviously affects our productivity in a very negative way. And it can decrease our self-esteem and our emotional health. So just a quick introduction, who I am. I mentioned I am a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm also a confident life coach. I'm an ADHD coach, and I am a practitioner of something called integral eye movement technique. I work with all kinds of people: families, kids, teens, entrepreneurs, neurodiverse people. People with ADHD are some of my favorite clients. And I also work with level 1 autism clients. And I'll tell you a little story about one of those clients that I worked with yesterday on something that we're going to do together in just a moment. What I help my clients with is overcoming many things, including anxiety, ADHD, the stress of parenting people with ADHD or being married to them. I help people overcome trauma and PTSD, release fears and phobias such as public speaking, flying heights, etc. I love to help people get unstuck and install unshakable self-esteem and confidence. Lots of clients I've done that with, and I love to see the transformations. I help people overcome relationship and communication issues, parent with confidence. I help a lot of people. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that need this help with escaping and recovering from narcissistic relationships and overcoming unwanted habits. For example, smoking, vaping, overdrinking, nail biting, picking, trichotillomania, which is hair pulling, and many, many other unwanted habits. So if you or somebody you know or love is struggling with any of these issues, please get on my calendar. It's so easy to do. Just go to meetwithmelissa.me and let's talk about how we can overcome that on that call, 20-minute call. So today we're talking about automating time management for distracted people. And we're going to go step by step. I love to do step by step in my coaching and in my trainings because it gives people a sense of control and confidence when they have a step by step approach. So step 1 is to calm down. Step 2, we're going to take back control of our time using something called Parkinsons Law of Time. Step 3, we're going to discuss minimal viability. We'll explain what that is. So don't worry if you don't know what that is. I'm definitely going to explain it to you in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about automating with technology when we can and with caution. That's step 4. Step 5, we're going to talk about delegating. Step 6, the most important step of all, I'd say second to calming down, is we're going to learn how to command, demand, and instruct your mind to automatically and easily and effortlessly do step 1 through 5. So let's go ahead and get started. Quick check-in, Morella. Are you with me? Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you are able to see and hear. I would love to know if this is working. So step 1 is to calm down. Thank you, Morella. Step 1 is so important because the biggest distraction of all, thank you so much, Morella, for sending out all those invites. And for anybody that can attend, we will make sure they get the replay because this is so important. Step 1, the biggest distraction on time management, your biggest distraction, I can guarantee you, is anxiety and fear. Because when you are in anxiety and fear, your brain isn't going to be clear. Your mind is not clear. It is foggy, and you're operating from the back of your brain. You're operating from emotion. So the first step is to calm down. And yesterday, I was blessed and honored. I was invited to talk to a group of nursing students. And I did with them exactly what we're going to do right now. And within just a few minutes, their anxiety levels, there was about 14 of them. And within less than 2 or 3 minutes, their anxiety levels went down from level 10, to a level 3 or below. And this is part of a Dissolve Anxiety program that I have available. It is a self-study program called the Dissolve Anxiety Protocol. It's a fantastic online course, basically, that teaches you how to quickly and easily dissolve anxiety. So just FYI, it's like a $27 course. So if you want that, you just let me know in the chat or message me, and I'll get you the link to that. But this is part of that. And so we're going to do it together just really, really quickly. What I'd like for you to do before you start on your list, your to-do list, before you start executing on it, is to calm down and get your mind focused and clear by bringing your anxiety or fear levels down to 3 or below. So how do we do that? Very simple, so easy. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through the nose for 7 counts. And we're going to breathe out through the mouth for 11. And I'll tell you what, I'll do the counting and you do the breathing. And what this does, by the way, is it changes your state. Breathing changes state. So When we are in anxiety and fear, we are in our sympathetic nervous system state, which is reactive and overthinking and stressed out. That's the sympathetic nervous system is in charge. When we do breathing, we switch our nervous system over to the parasympathetic state, which is where we're relaxed and clear and calm. That's the state that we go into when we're relaxing or getting a massage, or we are meditating, or we are about to go to sleep. And when we're in that state, we are at our most clear, and we can be our most productive, and we can be our most efficient. So this is one way we can automate our productivity, and we can automate our time management by being calm. So let's do it. Just notice for a moment. I'd like for you to notice what level your anxiety or fear or stress is at right now. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most, 0 being the least, just notice and calibrate right now. Where is my stress level right now? And now, just breathe with me. I'll do the counting. So you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now, calibrate that stress, fear, anxiety level. And go ahead and put in the chat what your number is if you'd like. And whatever your number is, we're going to take it down even further. So you're going to take your finger and you're going to take your hand and you're going to squeeze your finger with your hand and feel the pulse in this hand that you're squeezing with. Feel the pulse. And one more time, as you squeeze your hand, you're going to breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And go ahead, if you wish, calibrate your anxiety, fear, stress again. Notice the number that it's at now. And if you'd like, share with us in the chat what the number is now. So that is something you can do anywhere, anytime. And that is the first step when you are getting ready to manage your time, is to calm down. And change your state with breathing. Aha. So Morella is at a 5. I'm not really happy with that number, Morella. I want to take it down for you. So let's do it one more time. One more time and see if we can get that to a 3 or lower. So just squeeze here. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. As you squeeze in and out. In and out. In and out. In and out. And give me another number, Marella. And if your number is going down slowly, consider changing the room that you're in. Make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure you're drinking enough. If your level is going down slowly, and if you need to, Marella, just keep repeating that and see if you can get that number down to 3 or lower. But even at a 5, it's probably going to be a lot. It's going to take your 4, then 3. Fantastic. And if you want to take it down to 0, by all means, just repeat. And it'll go down. And even if it's at a 3, it'll probably go down even lower on its own. Morella, let's see. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, fantastic. So if you need to, just repeat those steps and go ahead and take yourself all the way down. Take yourself down to a 1 or a 0. All right, next step is taking back control of time. with Parkinson's Law of Time. So Parkinson was, I think he was a naval officer, and he discovered this law of time that when you think about a task in terms of how much time you have, that the time it takes to do a task will expand into whatever time you give it. So a lot of times we have a deadline and we think about how much time we have, and that the task expands. The time it takes expands right into the amount of time that we consider we have. So if we consider how much time we actually need, the amount of time we need will conform the task, the amount of time it takes to complete that task will conform to the amount of time that we say we need. So we can shrink the amount of time we need, but if we just leave a task to its own devices and we just consider the time we have, it's going to take all of the time that we have. And that's not good for time management. Because if we could shrink that time down, we can get more done in that amount of time. We could get more tasks done. So tasks expand into the time you designate for it. So how do we do this? You want to look at your task and you want to estimate how much time you think you need for that task. And then you're going to block that amount of time into your calendar. And in another workshop, not today, I'm going to be doing a whole workshop on effective time blocking. So make sure that you are checking your emails for all these workshops. And they're all going to be not on Zoom. They're going to be on YouTube Live like this. So make sure to check or whitelist me in your emails, because that's going to be a really, really important workshop that you're going to want to attend as well. So again, whatever task you have, you've calmed down, then you're going to look at your task and you're going to decide how much time that task is going to take. And then you're going to block that amount of time in your calendar, and you're going to probably get a lot more done in the time that you have before your deadline. You could probably be getting 3 tasks done, because you're going to shrink the amount of time you need for that task by using Parkinson's Law. Step 3, we're going to minimize the viability of your task. So before you start your task, you're going to consider how to do that particular task. You're going to think about it. You've calmed down, so you've got this clarity in your mind. And you're going to sit down and you're going to think about, okay, how can I do this task in the least amount of steps? Because a lot of times we waste time because we're overcomplicating a task. So you want to intend and habituate minimal effort with maximum results. You want to simplify and you want to think about, okay, this is the task. How can I get this task done with the least amount of steps? Plan it. Don't just start and go down rabbit holes and overcomplicate it. Plan and think about, okay, what are the least amount of steps I can do to get this task done? And how can I simplify and minimize the amount of steps I need to get to the finish line with this task? Simplify, simplify, simplify. And hold this intention with every task that I do. I intend to habituate the minimal effort with maximum results. Just say that. Say it with me right now. My intention is to habituate minimal effort with maximum results with every single task that I do. We're going to talk a little bit later about why that works and how we are commanding, demanding, and instructing our minds. We're telling our minds what we want to do, and they will obey us. We'll talk a little bit more about that. in step 6. So step 4, to have more time management, to automate your time management, is to use technology whenever possible to minimize the time it takes to give a given task. So for example, I pay my rent through my bank. It is set up and it's automated. It used to be that I had a lot of steps. I had to write a check. I had to copy the check. I had to put it in an envelope. I had to put a stamp on it, or I had to slip it under a door. So the task of paying my rent, there is no time involved in it because it's automated now with my bank. So I've gone from a 20-minute task down to 0 minutes. So I've tested it, it works, and I've gotten 20 minutes a month back into my life or more. When I'm ordering coffee, for example, I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'd have to wait. It could be 10, it could be 15, it could be 20 minutes while I'm waiting. Even at the kiosk, it could take a lot of time. Now I have the app. I have my order. I know what it is. I click one button. Within 30 seconds, my coffee is ordered. I've tested it. I know it works. So there's a lot of ways that technology can automate and it can minimize the time it takes to do a certain task. But it's very important to test and make sure those automations are helping you and not hurting you. But look for those and use them. They are life-changing when they work. Another way that you can save a lot of time is using AI as a tool. But make sure that you understand that AI is a tool that you control. For example, yesterday I did a blog post. I used AI to generate an outline, and then I wrote that blog post while I was sitting waiting at the DMV. I wrote a blog post. So I used AI as a tool, and I used the time that I was sitting around waiting to write a blog post. And that was really good time management. So that's another thing. Make sure that you are using time when you're sitting around waiting. You could be accomplishing a task. Make sure that you know how much time that task is going to take, as we discussed, using Parkinson's Law. So if you find you have extra time sitting around, you could do one of your tasks. All right, step 5, to automate time management, to be more efficient with your time, delegation. Delegation. If there's a task that you're responsible for and you're not inspired by it, or there's someone else that can do it, even if you have to pay them, and it's not a money-making task, or it's not going to move you forward at your job, delegate it out. Always consider the cost of your time versus money. Anytime you're not inspired by a task, if it's at all possible to delegate it out, whether it's to another employee, to a coworker, to a child in your home, do it. If you have to pay your child to do it, and it's going to give you time to do something else important, consider the time versus the money. I work with a lot of families, and I'm often talking about delegating out to, people in your home. Even a 7-year-old can do tasks like folding laundry or putting laundry away. Yes. Incoming activities take priority. I want to address this. Let me see. I want to move this over so I can see. Income producing activities take priority. That is correct. Always take priority. Delegate that stuff out. Inspiring and income producing activities should always take priority, and delegate that out either to a technology or to somebody else. In the home, I have a lot of working moms. I know there's a working mom that wanted to come and watch this today. Um, and a lot of times when we are managing a home and a business, or we're working full time and we're managing a home, uh, we need to divide and conquer at home. Sometimes we're bringing work home and we have work tasks to do at home. So, divide and conquer: groceries, laundry, house cleaning. Delegate those out to family members, or pay somebody else to do it. Get your groceries delivered. So many times, like when I have a big Passover event or Thanksgiving, oh, you bet Instacart is my best friend. Absolutely. Because the time it takes for me to drive to the grocery store, do the shopping, pay for it, unpack it, all that, I can cut that time in half or even more. And I could be spending time doing other things that are important. Laundry. Delegate that out to the members of your household. You shouldn't be doing, especially if you're a working person, you shouldn't be doing the laundry. Pay for somebody else to do it, or delegate it out to the other family members. Cleaning, I don't do it. I have a cleaning lady. She comes twice a month. I don't care. I'm not doing cleaning. I just don't do it. It's not a high priority task for me. Family members, staff, coworkers, delegate out to them. Have the belief that done is the new perfect, and let go of control of the stuff that is not life-changing. Let go of the control of it. Now, if you have a employee, a coworker, a family member, do not micromanage anymore. Give it up. Set clear expectations. Give them the task. Delegate the task to them. Communicate with them very, very clearly what your expectations are of the finished product. And what will happen if it doesn't meet your expectations, particularly in families. Coworkers, be nice to your coworkers. Don't punish them, or, don't have consequences to them. Just be really, really clear about what the expectations are of the finished product. And then check it when it's done. Do not check during while the task is being done. Do not check. I have a family, for example, I have a family that has a child with autism. I work with a lot of people on the spectrum, as I mentioned before. I'm glad that you are here. Whoever just said thank you for inviting me, Morella. I'm glad, and thank you, Morella, as well. Make sure, this is really, really, really important. If you have a child that is like homework, I have a mom that I work with. She's hovering over the child, making sure that they're doing the homework, checking in every 20 minutes. She's checking because he has ASD, and she thinks she needs to hover over him. I'm like, no, you're making him more stressed. You're making yourself more stressed. You're making the time the task is going to take 3 times as long, because the anxiety is going to slow everybody down. So I told her, set clear expectations of your child, what you expect to have finished by such and such time, and what the expectations are, and what happens if they don't meet that expectation. Let them know when you're going to be checking, and check after, not during. If in this, this is a family scenario, obviously. If the child does not meet your expectations, then there's a consequence that they know to expect. And make sure that, I call it the hammer comes down, and that make sure you're consistent. If you've promised them a consequence for not meeting your expectations, deliver the consequence with no discussion, and train them. You're going to be training your child how to stay on task, and they're going to be so proud of themselves. It's going to help their self-esteem and their confidence and their sense of efficacy. And there's no such thing as a helpless person that feels confident. You're training them to get away from helpless and hopeless, and to be self-reliant and confident every time you do that. And if you have questions, by the way, if anybody here is watching the replay, or anybody that's watching, understand that I help many, many families, not only with time management, but with communication, and with discipline, and with clear consequences and expectations. And I have families that are doing so spectacularly well when they come to work with me. And that includes people with ADHD kids and people on the spectrum. So just, If you have people like that in your life, if you're struggling with these things in your life, just come get on a free consult with me, and we'll deal with it. We'll fix it. All right, let's go on to the next step. My favorite step of all. All right, so this is where my training as a clinical hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner comes in. I want you to understand this is probably the most important step of all. Your mind responds to the words and pictures and the commands that you give it. Your mind is very, very obedient if you give it the right commands. When you tell your mind what you want in language that it can understand, it will automate itself. When you tell your mind not to do something, that's not what we want to do. We want to tell our minds what we want, not what we don't want. So, for example, yesterday, when I was working with the nursing students, I was explaining to them, we don't say to our mind, don't waste time, because your mind will hear waste time. We say to our minds, it's easy and effortless for me to stay focused on my tasks. And then that's what you will get. We tell our minds what we want with positive language because it can get a picture of that. We don't say to our mind, I'm not going to be anxious. We say to our minds, I am calm. I'm relaxed. I'm in control. So do that with me right now. I want you to say to yourself and just take a measurement right now of how calm, relaxed, and in control you feel right now. Give yourself check the number right now. And then say to yourself, I am calm, I'm relaxed, I'm in control. Say it 5 times. I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm in control. I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm in control. I'm calm, I'm relaxed, and in control. I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm in control. And notice the number now. Quick little story. I did this with a young lady, a 17-year-old who has autism spectrum disorder, level 1, and we were talking about she was actually having a seizure. She was about to have a seizure on the call. And we did this together, and she got control, and she didn't have the seizure. It's really, really powerful stuff. Okay? Your mind, as I explained to these nursing students, your mind controls, it is the operating system for your physical body, for your bodily functions. And as hypnotherapists, we know this. We work in hospitals, we work with medical people, and we teach them how to help their patients slow their heart rate with their mind, manage pain with their mind, lower their blood pressure with their mind. So it's really very powerful. And I'd be very curious to know if anybody can give me a number of their feeling of calm. How strong? Let's change the measurement. 10 being the most calm, relaxed, and in control. After you've said this to yourself a number of times, 10 being the most calm, relaxed, and in control. If you like to, in the chat, give me a number. After you repeat this to yourself, notice that your feeling of calm, relaxation, and in control goes up. So, giving your mind the right words and pictures, before you start your to-do list, you're going to instruct your mind and tell it exactly what you want. For example, here are some exact things you can say. I am focusing my attention only on this task. I am focusing my attention only on this task. I am focusing my attention only on this task, and I will achieve this task within this number of minutes or hours. I'm telling my mind exactly what I want. Another command that you can give yourself, and do it right now with me. I easily can see and estimate how long a task will take. I easily know exactly how long a task will take. I easily, effortlessly know how long a task will take. And later on today, I hope you will experiment with these commands and see how it works. It will work very well. I easily and effortlessly know how to minimize effort for maximum results. Repeat this. And before you start a task, please repeat these commands, these demands, and these instructions. And I promise you, it will work for you. I easily, effortlessly know how to minimize effort for maximum results. Your mind knows exactly what you mean. And if it doesn't, then put it in your own words. And if you'd like to put in the chat your own words, just make sure you're telling your mind what you want, not what you don't want. Don't give your mind a negative. Don't say, I won't waste time, because your mind will hear, I waste time. Say, I manage my time brilliantly, easily, effortlessly. And I do that by easily knowing how long a task will take. And I easily, effortlessly know how to minimize effort for maximum results. Another way of saying that would be, I easily and effortlessly know the simple steps, the most simple steps to get to my end result. I can easily see the least amount of steps to get the most benefit with this task, would be another way to say it. Put this to work for you before you start your day. Make this a daily routine of instructing your mind for anything that you want to have happen in your day. You will definitely reap the benefits of that if you do that. All right. All right, we're just about to finish here. And just inviting you now, when you attend a free consultation with me, which is so easy to do, you can take a screenshot or write that down, or just remember, meetwithmelissa.me. When you attend a free consultation with me, I will give you a customized plan that is specifically for you, because obviously today is general. It's designed for the general population, but maybe you have some specific needs. Maybe there's time management. You're juggling your family and your work, or maybe you have a really stressful work situation. You might have a specific situation that you need help with, and I would love to get on a call with you about 20 minutes, and we can customize a plan for you. I can also help you have freedom on that call. I can give you a customized plan to get some freedom from anxiety, ADHD, the stress of parenting ADHD kids, trauma, PTSD, fears, phobias, unwanted habits, self-esteem and confidence, feeling trapped or stuck, any relationship or communication or parenting issues, unwanted habits like smoking, vaping, overdrinking, overeating, nail biting, trichotillomania, hair pulling, etc. We can get on a call and we can customize a plan for you. So that's all you need to do is go to www.meetwithmelissa.me. It's very simple. I make it really, really simple, minimally viable in everything I do to get you free and get unstuck. So I just want to invite you and remind you, very, very important. I hope you've enjoyed and gotten benefit from this workshop. And I invite you and I encourage you to please watch your emails, because I am going to be doing this weekly. And the next one will be on effective time blocking. I'll be doing workshops on procrastination, changing your habits, And definitely you should be on my email list now. And if you're not, make sure, maybe put in the chat, put your email in the chat or private message me if you're not on my email. Do I have any information on determining whether we are in a narcissistic relationship? I certainly do. Thank you so much, Morella. Yes, I certainly do. And I would highly recommend getting on a free chat with me. I have years and years of experience. And in fact, I have clients I'm working with right now on that. So yes, please, please do yourself a favor and get on a consult with me ASAP if that's something you are concerned about. Meetwithmelissa.me. You could see the URL right here. And make sure that you attend these trainings because they're really, really, really helpful. And if you don't already have the replay from Time Management for Distracted People Part 1, if you haven't had a chance to get that replay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to that slide really quick so you can see how to get that, because that's got a lot of really, really important, there it is. That's got a lot of really, really important steps and information and tips. That's really, really going to help you too. So make sure if you don't already have that replay from the Time Management for Distracted People Part 1, make sure that you take a screenshot of that. Let me see if I'm going to put it in the chat too. Let me grab that. I'm going to put it in the chat. Oops, whoopsie. Let me just copy and paste that and put it in the chat for you right now if I can. Yes, I can. There we go. So there is the replay of Part 1 if you don't already have it. I will say one more thing before I let you go. Please make sure, if you can, attend these trainings in person, not in person, but live, because you know how it is. You know how it is when you get a replay. You probably have a stack of them that you don't watch. So it's just always beneficial if people can attend. I really want to thank you so much for joining me today. I am so honored that you joined me navigating through some new technology today with me. And if you have any questions, please private message me. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'm everywhere pretty much. And you can also message me. I'm going to put my email as well. Let me put my email here in the chat. Again, you can see I make things really easy because my name is my email and my website. And you can also go to my website and message me there if you like. I'm going to put that in the chat as well. Oh, without typos, hopefully. I think I did that right. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you again and to training you and helping you be free of any unwanted issues that I can help you with. I look forward to helping you do that. Thanks again, everybody. And we'll see you in the next training. Bye for now.